America CEO accused of slut-shaming, fat-shaming winners over email. It's looking like the Miss America crown won't escape 2017 untarnished. On Thursday, the Huffington Post published emails allegedly sent between Miss America organization CEO Sam Haskell and various board members in which winners were slut-shamed, fat-shamed and called crude names. The Miss America organization did not immediately respond to USA Today's request for comment. HuffPo reporter Yashar Ali obtained a 3 years' worth of internal emails that he says contained references to contestants' weight gain and jokes about the women's sex lives. Reaction was swift. The Associated Press reports that Dick Clark Productions, producer of the live telecast, has cut ties with the Miss America organization because of the offensive correspondence. The board also trashed former contestants. In 2014, board member Tammy Haddad allegedly referred to some former Miss Americas as a pile of malcontents and has-beens who blame the program for not getting them where they think they can go. Internal emails show particularly vulgar language directed at 2013 winner Mallory Hagan. In August 2014, Haskell received an email that said Hagan's hairdresser had been commenting on Hagan's sex life, as well as her recent weight gain. Haskell forwarded the email to Miss America telecast lead writer Louis Friedman and noted, "Not a single day passes that I am not told some horrible story about Mallory." Friedman replied, "Mallory is preparing for her new career as a blimp in the Macy's Thanksgiving parade. As she continues to destroy her own credibility, her voice will attract less and less notice while she continues her descent to an unhappy, pathetic footnote." Friedman ended the email with, "P.S. Are we for the only ones not to have slept with Mallory?" Haskell replied, "It appears we are the only ones." At the end of December 2015, emails suggest Haskell felt Hagan was personally maligning him. The Huffington Post reports that Hagan was informally banned from coaching future Miss America contestants, and soon after, Hagan's lucrative coaching business fell apart. There was also disdain for TV commentator Gretchen Carlson, who won the Miss America title in 1989 and was on the organization's board of directors for many years. The root cause, according to HuffPo, was Carlson's push to modernize the organization and her refusal to attack former Miss Americas. When Carlson declined to speak out against former Miss America Kate Shindle, who had questioned Haskell's deep pay in her memoir, Haddad allegedly called the anchor a snake in an email to Haskell, adding, "But now you have not sick doubts as to her loyalty." After the HuffPo story broke, Carlson tweeted that she was shocked and deeply saddened by the disgusting statements about women attributed to the leadership of the MAL. "No woman should be demeaned with such vulgar slurs." Miss America organization rocked by leaked emails and damning report on CEO's behavior. The CEO of the Miss America organization is under fire after a HuffPost report published emails showing that he approved of referring to former Miss Americas with demeaning language, harshly criticized a former title holder's appearance and weight, and made disparaging comments to pageant bosses about her personal relationships. Sam Haskell, the CEO and executive chairman of Miss America, is also accused of working alongside pageant board members to tank the pageant coaching business of Mallory Hagan, the same former title holder who also happens to be the Miss America immortalized in a pageant statue on the boardwalk in Atlantic City. Haskell, 62, the CEO of the Atlantic City-based organization, a non-profit, is often credited from bringing the pageant back from near obscurity in cable TV and back to Atlantic City from Las Vegas. He has spoken of restoring the pageant to relevance and solvency. In 2014, Haskell, who makes $500,000 each year in his role with the pageant, helped the pageant ink a deal with Dick Clark Productions to boost the profile of the event. But in light of the report published on Thursday, former title holders, including Gretchen Carlson, who was also mentioned in the email, say he should step down. Dick Clark Productions, originally hired to freshen the image of the 100-year-old event, has already cut ties with the Atlantic City pageant. internal pageant emails published by HuffPost, which reviewed 3 years of emails for the story, show correspondence between Haskell and Louis Friedman, a script writer for the pageant. "I have decided that, when referring to a woman who was once Miss America, we are no longer going to call them forever Miss Americas. Please change all script copy to reflect that they are former Miss Americas," Haskell told Friedman in August 2014. "Former title holders play a part in the annual September pageant." His reply, "I'd already changed forvers to CTS. Does that work for you?" Haskell's reply, "Perfect. Bahaha." A spokesman for Miss America told HuffPost that the organization had conducted an investigation of Friedman and decided to break ties with him. "The board has full confidence in the Miss America organization leadership team," he said. But prominent members of the pageant community are now also calling for Haskell to resign. In August 2017, Brent Adams, a former employee of Haskell's production company who worked on the pageant, and pageant board member Regina Hopper presented emails to Dick Clark Productions that showed Haskell's behavior. After learning of the emails, the company eventually decided to part ways with the pageant. According to the HuffPost report, 2 Dick Clark executives who sat on the pageant board first showed the emails to the Miss America board members in the hope that the pageant board would enact a change in leadership. Yet in response, the pageant organization sent the former employee, Brent Adams, a cease and desist letter. After no change in leadership was made and Haskell remained at the helm of the pageant, Dick Clark severed ties with Miss America, and with them, the contract for Miss America to appear at various award shows it produced, like the Billboard Awards. Several months ago, Dick Clark Productions was made aware of a portion of the emails that were referenced in the December 21 Huffington Post article. A statement from the company said, "We were appalled by their unacceptable content and insisted, in the strongest possible terms, that the Miss America organization now board of directors conduct a comprehensive investigation and take appropriate action to address the situation." Shortly thereafter, "We resigned our board positions and notified MAU that we're terminating our relationship with them." The report also contains some of Haskell's correspondence with others, including board vice chairwoman Tammy Howded, a powerful media consultant and figure in Washington, D.C., and Lynn Widner, a former Miss New Jersey who is chairwoman of the board. In one email to Haskell, Howded called some former Miss Americas a pile of malcontents and has-beens who blame the program for not getting them where they think they can go, adding, "80% of the winners do not have the class, smarts and model for success." She continued, "We also have to punish them when they don't appreciate what we do for them." Miss America organization loses TV partner over emails. Dick Clark Productions says it has cut ties with the Miss America organization over internal emails by pageant senior leadership that ridiculed past winners' appearance, intelligence and sex lives. The Huffington Post reported Thursday that the Miss America organization's CEO, Sam Haskell, exchanged emails with the writer for the televised pageant and others that included harsh and sometimes defamatory comments about past winners. Dick Clark Productions, which produces the nationally televised pageant broadcasts, tells the Associated Press it has cut ties with the pageant over the emails, calling them appalling. Among the comments included in the report was a reference to former Miss Americas using a vulgar term for female genitalia that Haskell indicated he found to be amusing. Others speculated about how many men one particular former Miss America had had sex with. That same former title holder, Mallory Hagan, also was ridiculed over a bathing suit photo in which she appeared to have gained weight from when she competed in and won the pageant. The emails have cost the pageant its television production partner and raised questions about the future of the nationally televised broadcast from Atlantic City's Boardwalk Hall the week after Labor Day each year. Dick Clark Productions told the Associated Press Thursday night that it was made aware of the emails several months ago. "We were appalled by their unacceptable content and insisted, in the strongest possible terms, that the Miss America organization board of directors conduct a comprehensive investigation and take appropriate action to address the situation. The company said in a statement. Shortly thereafter, we resigned our board positions and notified Mao that we were terminating our relationship with them. In its own statement Thursday night, the Miss America organization said that Haskell, who earns $500,000 a year as CEO, had apologized to the board for his comments. The statement did not say if he had apologized to the women mentioned by name in the emails or whether such an apology was conveyed to them. The organization said the emails contain inappropriate language that is unbecoming at best and is not in any way indicative of the character and integrity of Mao or its representatives. Please note that Mao does not condone the use of inappropriate language and apologizes for this situation. The board of directors took the allegations very seriously, investigated them, and considers the matter closed. The comments are in stark contrast to the glowing, supportive statements Haskell repeatedly made in public about past title winners. Haskell said he would address the matter on Friday. He did not respond to a follow-up inquiry as to whether he had apologized directly to the women named in the emails. The comments are in stark contrast to the glowing, supportive statements Haskell repeatedly made in public about past title winners. The Huffington Post article shows that Haskell and others directed considerable attention to Hagen, who won the 2013 pageant. He forwarded an email he had been sent regarding Hagen to a writer for the pageant, who has since been terminated. The writer responded by questioning whether he and Haskell were part of a tiny group of people who had not had sex with Hagen. "It appears we are the only ones," Haskell replied, according to the Huffington Post. Hagen did not respond to a message from the AP seeking comment Thursday night. She declined to comment to the Huffington Post.